Now this is where it gets kind of cool. So what you can do is inside settings, we can sit here and we can see our outputs. So for example, I've got YouTube and Kick already set up here. However, all you need to do is just add stream output and select whichever service it is that you're running, put in your Kick stream key or your YouTube stream key and use it that way. Keep in mind on YouTube, you only need to put your stream key in once unless you're changing it every stream, which you don't need to do. I highly recommend setting up just a default stream key, putting that in once, and you don't have to worry about editing that each time. So inside here on Kick, for example, we got our canvas. Now the very cool thing about this is now we've actually got a canvas. So we actually select that and that'll be our output. Down here, you actually get the bordered highlight as well within your output of exactly which canvas is being used, and you actually see the name of the canvas as well. So when I go live on Kick, that's going to be my Kick canvas, and then on Twitch and YouTube right now, that's just my main canvas. But say for example on YouTube, I want to do my shorts output instead, which I know is my vertical. I can sit here and select vertical instead. You can also customize your outputs as well in case you want different encoders or different settings. Always remember too that Kick is limited 1080p output. So
Hey guys, it's Decorin here in today's video, and I all in one place after one download. I'm gonna have a link down below to this web page. This thing is like watching all of your chat messages coming from Kick, Twitch, and YouTube, and on top of it too, a multi-alert feed too to get the alerts. So let's say somebody subs on actually YouTube, you can plugin, and there's a lot more of this plugin. To switch the title for OBS for multi-streaming, you would have to go to the actual web pages in themselves to actually change everything individually, which is a complete drag. So this plugin, it just makes it a little bit easier than multi-stream. Plus the features from it too are absolutely here. I'm going to download it in my download folder, and once it's downloaded, I'm going to open my file explorer, go to downloads, and I'm just going to quickly install this onto my computer. Now when you do install this for OBS, I will give you a fair warning, there's a lot that goes on after you install this. So we're just going to run this like so for the time being, and then with that we're going to have it installed. So now once you open up OBS Studio with this plugin, you're going to get absolutely flashbanged because there is so much going on with this plugin, it's actually ridiculous. So I want to go over everything you need to know. So first of all, if you go to your top left, you'll have access to the docs. You'll see you have a ton of new things like a new chat, activity feed, stream info, portal, and some other stuff. I would recommend disabling all these except for the actual chat, because the chat will allow you to log into the platforms you primarily want to get your feed from. So you can see right here, here's access to Twitch, here's access to YouTube, and here's access to Kick. So what you're going to need to do is log into these individually. Now, once you log into the plugin with all your platforms, you're going to get access to the chat, and the chat thing's going to have 3 icons with 3 different eyes. So first of all, it'll show you actually how many views you have while live, and on top of it too, allow you to actually see your messages coming in from those platforms once you're logged into them. But keep in mind, if you are logged in, you have to go live in order to actually have access to the messages and even respond to them. So that's an important thing to keep in mind. Now, if you want to actually do some more stuff, you can go back into the actual docs. And once you go back in the docs, you get access to a few new things. So the big thing here is the activity feed and stream info. The activity feed will show you the most recent activity alerts you've gotten from different platforms. So you can see here, since we logged into YouTube, you can now see my subscriptions from my YouTube channel and also follows from actually Twitch. And this also does work for Kick as well, except I don't stream on Kick that often anymore, but you would get follows here as well. Another thing, if you go back in docs, you can actually get stream info. So let's say hypothetical, you want to go live to YouTube, Twitch, and Kick, but you don't want to go to each and every platform to switch the info. You can literally manually switch it here. So you can say, maybe what I'm doing today, I'm doing some Apex ranked grind, and that's gonna be my title of my stream, but you can customize it to make it more nice if you want to. You can also add tags and stuff, and then you can select your category for what game you're streaming. So since I'm gonna do Apex, I'm gonna do Apex for actually Twitch, and then same thing for gaming for YouTube, and same for Kick. And then once I'm good, all I have to do is save all. Now, an important thing to keep in mind, you do need to go live first to YouTube before you actually save all effects to YouTube. So when you go live again to YouTube and everything, just make sure to click save all again, because it's only going to work when YouTube's live. So you can see now when I go to Kick here at my home dash, my actual title is changed for my stream and also the category. And it's actually the same thing for actually Twitch too. If I go to Twitch, you can see the title has changed and also the category, which is really nice. So this is a pretty cool feature about this actual plugin, and that's the main reason why I particularly downloaded it. I'll probably keep everything else though, just because everything else in this plugin is so nice that this just makes it so much easier to change your stream title. Now, the only unfortunate thing about this actual plugin, it doesn't have TikTok support right now for live streaming, because if it had that, this plugin would be so much better. Just imagine you could log in your TikTok and then of course set up your title and stuff like that, set where you want to stream to and stuff, because that's the only thing it's missing. It's missing some other platforms you can stream to too, but I feel like the current platforms it has right now are the big three everyone's streaming to, which is YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. And keep in mind, this plugin is in beta, so it's not like the most stable thing ever. Like a great example is when I downloaded this plugin and installed it, I had to load up OBS crashed, then I reopened up OBS again and ran it in normal mode because it was acting weird, and now it works. So if it doesn't work on the first time you load OBS, try again, it'll work the second time around. That's what I've at least noticed. And the same thing happened on my other PC back here when I was setting up for that. So there are some bugs with it currently. You can do some more stuff with this plugin too, combining with the ATOM vertical plugin. They do some crazy stuff for multi-streaming, especially with the multi-streaming plugin on top of it, because how I'm personally going to use this is that I'm using 3 plugins for OBS. First of all, I'm using this new ATOM Stream Suite plugin, so that way I can see my actual chats, I can actually see my multi-alert feed for all the notifications I get for my streams, and also that I can switch the titles and the actual categories for actually streaming, that is a bliss. That is so much bliss and saves so much time for me going to different platforms and stuff. So that's probably the best thing about this actual plugin. And the second thing I'm doing is combining the vertical plugin. So when I actually start streaming, I'm using ATOM vertical to go to the stream on YouTube for the shorts feed, which is really nice. And then I have my normal horizontal feed with the third plugin I'm using, the multi-stream plugin. They multi-stream to YouTube, Twitch, and Kick, and then the vertical plugin to the YouTube shorts feed. So if you have all 3 of these plugins, dude, this is a recipe for absolute perfection for multi-streaming. Like, it's actually insane how good this actually is. That's how I'm currently using it. So yeah, if you want more of those plugins, I'll have 2 more videos right here for you guys, but 10 and 10, definitely recommend watching them, because with this plugin, this has definitely changed the game and how multi-streaming has now worked. And honestly, I'm looking forward to it. If you guys enjoyed today's video though, make sure to smash the like button, get subscribed to this if you